Hello and welcome. You're with IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live interactive web television. This is your own platform where you can engage with us as we discuss different issues. You can talk to us just by clicking on the participation button and join our conversations. You can also tweet about the shows that you watch. You can send us your audio and video responses. Twitter, of course, our handle is @IndiaPostLive and #IndiaPostLive. Well, today's Tuesday, it's Tech Tuesday day, and we are going to discuss how smartphones have actually gotten smarter. Of course, you and I both know that a cell phone today, a mobile phone today, is not just about making calls or sending SMSs or even pings on WhatsApp or Hike or whatever. You know, the most interesting thing about smartphones today is that they are actually replacing point and shoot cameras, and that is very interesting because gone are the days of digital cameras. Even how many other things are going to become obsolete by and by with that one handheld device, which is so much more than a phone. It's actually become a part of our lives and a part of our personality. So to discuss all of that, I have with me in the studio Abhishek Bhatnagar. Abhishek is the founder, editor of gadgets2use.com. Abhishek, thank you so much for joining the conversation once again. It's always a pleasure to have you. Also, my online guest is Devangsh. Devangsh is a tech blogger. He joins us from Delhi. Hi Devangsh, welcome to the conversation.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Hi, pleasure all ours. All right, so smartphones are getting smarter, Abhishek. What next can we expect?
So as of now, smartphone getting smarter because they can actually do a lot more than they could maybe few years back. So now you have a very good camera, you have smart features like sharing photos, you click the photos. Smartphone can actually remind you certain things which you might forget in a day-to-day usage. So they are actually your personal assistant with you all the time. So you don't need to hire any person to actually remind you what you need to do within a day. All that can be done by this small thing which you can easily carry in the pocket.
Which is why I actually called it a part of your personality, you know, because the gadgets you have, the apps you have actually define your personality, don't they?
So it all depends what kind of usage you have, then only you will install what kind of apps you need. So definitely that will define your personal lifestyle, your day-to-day usage, what you would like to see on that smartphone. So you can actually customize this personal assistant, which you can carry in a pocket, much easy to handle. It does not have any feelings, it does not have anything else which you need to take care of. So you can use it the way you want to, and that is the complete good thing about it, I guess.
So Abhishek is calling smartphones as a replacement to your executive assistant. Are you listening, all you corporate honchos out there? So let's take a look first at, a very interesting feature that you talked about was how you can click pictures and share them, upload them instantaneously, right? I think that's a very interesting feature because, now with the selfie zamana, if I may say it, where you just want to tell the whole world where you are, where you've been, what you're doing, what you're cooking and all of that, I think it's becomes that much more faster to engage people in your lives.
So selfie is the new craze, and it has been recognized as a word as well recently.
Yes.
So now you can actually call a camera as a selfie camera. So there are phones which are coming up which will have a better camera. Normally the phones which we have seen till now, they do not have very good front camera. They have a fixed focus front camera. But gone are those days. Now you will see those smartphones which will come with as powerful camera as you see on the rear of the phone. That will be there on the front, and you can take much better selfies, much better photos of yourself, and you can share them again with the help of connectivity which we have these days, either Wi-Fi or 3G, whatever you can think of.
Right. Let me quickly go across to Devangsh. Devangsh, what is your experience with smartphones? What do you use them for? Do you use them for, as Abhishek was saying, clicking and uploading and sharing selfies?
So actually, I think the same that I think the same that smartphones have replaced a lot of stuff that we had earlier. Like it has replaced, starting from the basic thing, it has replaced the calculator, it has replaced the watch, it has replaced the camera, point and shoot camera. And I basically like to use my smartphone as a replacement for my web browsing device. So earlier when I used to browse, I used to use my PC or my PC or my laptop. Now I use my tablets or my smartphones. So
Right.
that's what smartphone helped me for.
Right. Okay. We also have Shudipto online with us. Shudipto, hi. Welcome to the conversation.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry for the delay.
Hi. Shudipto, you're joining us from Pune, right?
Yeah, Pune.
And which class are you in? You're still in school, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in school, 11th standard.
11th standard. And do you own a smartphone?
I used to own, but unfortunately it broke.
It broke.
Yeah, actually it broke. I have it still with me right now. This
Yeah,
is the
let's
phone.
see it. Let us also
Yeah.
mourn your phone. How
Yeah,
did you break your smartphone, Shudipto? I mean,
No, it's basically a 3-year-old phone, so over the
so
time.
you thought it's okay, I'll break it, my parents will buy me a new one.
No, not like that. It just slipped off my pocket.
No, you have to be honest with me. You have to be honest on the show.
Yeah, seriously, this actually it slipped off my pocket.
It
And
slipped
that's
off
the
your
only reason why it broke off.
No,
Like,
aren't you? How devastated are you? Because if I can tell you, I keep telling to all my viewers on the show that I'm completely technologically challenged, which Abhishek keeps refuting. But the fact is that I will die without my smartphone. I do have a smartphone and I will die if I don't use it. Aren't you devastated?
Alright, so yeah, kind of, but I use my parents' cell phone for the time being, for the calls and all.
Which is that?
And it's the Samsung Galaxy Star Pro, again, a cheap device. It's my mom's basically, so yeah.
My goodness, a school-going kid is calling a smartphone cheap. My dear, wait till you start working. You'll know how difficult it is to earn those things. Now your parents are buying them for you. All right, Shudipto, great talking to you. We're now going to talk about some of those phones, Abhishek, that we were just discussing. Let's start with... I can see some phones right here. What do you want to start with?
So there are lots of them. Let me just start with this one.
Yeah.
This is the Samsung Galaxy K Zoom. This is the most recent device from Samsung.
Okay.
And it is not only a phone, it is a phone with a digital camera lens. That means you have optical lens over there. That means if you actually launch the camera on this device, which I can do right now.
Yeah, please click a nice picture of me.
So the lens actually comes out. So this is one different device which you will see, in which you have an optical lens. Normally the smartphones come with a great camera, but they will not have an optical lens, whereas this one will have an optical lens, and I can zoom in and zoom out by just pinching in. And I can take a photo like this.
Oh, lovely. I hope that has come out well. I shall share it on Twitter. Shudipto, you shall have to retweet it.
So this is one good device which actually combines the possibility of having a digital camera and a phone together. So they have made it slim, they have made it lightweight, pretty good in terms of design. It can actually go inside your pocket.
Very nice.
So all these things you can actually do with this. So it brings the digital camera, the point and shoot camera and a smartphone together in one single form factor.
All right. And how much does this phone cost now?
This will cost approximately 30,000 rupees Indian.
30,000 rupees. Shudipto, your comments on this phone? It's clicking some lovely pictures. So are you going to ask your mom to buy this for you now?
No, I won't actually ask for my mom to get this one. Rather, I'll ask for Xiaomi Mi 3, as it's my it's a great phone.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Devangsh, your opinion on the phone that we just discussed, after which we'll try and play a short video also. The K Zoom, the Samsung K Zoom.
Don't like the popping lens in this camera, in this phone. Actually, it's a camera as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what if, just imagine you have kept it in your pocket and just lens just pops out.
So they have actually taken care of that thing. They have the feature as per which if it is inside your pocket, if the lens will not come out in that case. It was used to happen with the earlier devices, but now it will not happen with this one.
Okay, Devangsh, your
but
question
still,
answered.
I'll prefer Nokia Lumia 920 or 1020 rather than this one, because it has really great camera, and I don't need like a DSLR type camera or a really professional camera in my smartphone and a popping lens. That's it.
All right. So, Devangsh, in case we can change your mind, let's take a quick look at, what exactly Samsung K Zoom is offering in its own promotional video. Let's quickly take a look at that and tell me if you like it or not. Coming up on your screen.
Yeah, sure.
Samsung Galaxy K Zoom.
Okay, I think I should ask Devangsh how he felt. What about you? How do you rate this phone yourself out of 10?
So this phone out of 10, I would rate it 7. 7 or 8, 7.5 I would say. So which is a pretty good score I would say as compared to any other device in this particular price segment, because this actually gives you two possibilities together. Especially there are people who would like to take photos with zoom.
Right.
Normally if you zoom in on any smartphone, the photo will be blurred.
It pixelates.
Yeah,
right?
it will pixelate,
Yeah.
but it has an optical lens over there. If it goes out, then it means that you can actually take better photos with clarity. The photos will not pixelate because of the optical.
And what
lens
about the
which we have.
battery life?
So battery life is again 1 day because of the display size. Approximately 1 to 1.5 days of battery life is something which you can expect on this one.
What about the S4 zoom? Do we have that?
Yeah. So we have the S4 zoom as well. This is an earlier generation.
Earlier generation,
so,
right.
Same device, S4 zoom came before this one.
I can make out it's an earlier generation. Just look at the difference. You know, this one looks bulkier and heavier. Devangsh?
Right.
Do you agree with me? I mean, just look, this is so much sleeker, yeah. And this one looks quite...
Yeah, completely agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
This one looks bulkier, and again, you know, this whole thing coming out over here is... seems much more burdensome to have in your pocket, or you know, probably for a woman in her handbag it's fine, but I think it'll be very difficult to actually hold it as a phone and use it as a camera as well, right?
Yeah, definitely the K Zoom looks much more sleeker than the is actually much more sleeker than the S4 Zoom.
So they actually worked on the design. They actually made the K Zoom as slim as it can be possible.
Right.
And it can easily go inside your pocket, in your jeans pocket or in your bag without any issues, because they have designed it like this. So this device is again an earlier generation device which actually needs some improvement, and they have done some improvements over the K Zoom.
All right, all right. What else do you have for us?
So we have another competitor of the Samsung Galaxy K Zoom, which is the major competitor in the market.
This looks
and this is the 41 megapixel camera phone.
This looks so cool, Devangsh. I want this one.
Yeah, this one is the best.
I'll tell my dad to buy me this phone. Sudipto. Yeah, go on.
This is the 41 megapixel camera phone, whereas this one is 20 megapixel. But if you compare both of them, they are very close to each other.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, this looks really cool, guys. This looks awesome. Sudipto, I'm telling you, ask your mom for this. I'll ask my dad, you ask your mom.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's hear from Abhishek some more features about this phone, and then you know, we can be more convinced. Yeah.
Both of these phones are different because this one does not have an optical lens, whereas this one has it.
Okay.
So the power of this one is more about how you can capture things in detail by using the optical lens which this device has. Whereas this one has a bigger sensor. That means if you actually take a photo of any surrounding, it can capture much more details as compared to this one. So again, this one will give you details. For example, if you want to take a photo of a landscape, and you can later crop smaller images out of it, and they will still look better. But they will not be that much clear if you actually compare it with this one. You can actually use the power of optical zoom on this one. You can zoom in on that particular frame itself, and you can get that much of details which you may not be able to get on this one at times. Not always, but at times. So they are very close to each other in terms of what kind of quality you can get in photos.
Yeah, but I don't know, somehow I find the Nokia, it looks much sleeker, and you know, even the camera, the whole jutting out bit that Devangsh had a problem with, you know, I think this one, it doesn't look like it's jutting out at all.
So again, if we actually talk about the specifications, Nokia Lumia 120,
it's lighter.
1020, it is lighter.
Lighter.
It is approximately 158 gram, whereas this one is 200 gram, which is again fairly heavy. But there is something which is good on this device. That the overall weight distribution of this device is such that it will feel like you can say uniform all around.
Right.
It will not feel like that this part is heavy or this part is more heavy. But on the 1020, the part from the top till this end, it is heavier. Whereas at the bottom, it is lighter.
Really?
And you can easily feel that.
Okay.
So that creates some of the problem at times. You can easily hold this one because you will feel the weight uniformly distributed on the K Zoom. But again, that is not a problem for everyone out there. but some people do have a problem with that.
Okay, another huge advantage that Nokia boasts of and Nokia users boast of is battery life. What is the...
So battery life on this one is pretty good. I would say this one has a slightly better life, better battery life as compared to the K-Zoom. But K-Zoom can actually give you around 1.5 days of battery backup, which is fairly okay. And the display size is again near to each other. Both of them has almost very nearby display sizes. So not much of an issue as far as battery life is concerned, even if you want to select K-Zoom.
See, we are talking about smartphones getting smarter, and we are talking about how you can upload pictures and how you can share pictures and all of that. But obviously the software also matters, right?
Right.
Now, you are of course a iOS fan, right? You are of course an Apple fan. No, we'll talk about Apple later. But if you just compare these two phones as we're doing, Samsung is Android, and this is Windows?
Yeah, this is Windows Phone.
So doesn't
Windows
it...
Phone 8.1. And this is Android 4.4 KitKat as of now.
Right.
And
so
again, both of these OS are altogether different. How you would like to use them?
The OS is different, right? So I mean, doesn't an Android compare better than a Windows?
I don't think so, because on Windows Phone as well, you have almost all the application you would need, just like an Android phone. But yes, in terms of usability and in terms of overall day-to-day usage, Android as of now is more easy to learn, because you will get to see that on in more hands as compared to Windows Phone. Windows Phone is also an affordable, they have an affordable series phone as well.
Right.
But again, Windows Phone is slightly different, not that difficult to understand, but I would say Android is more popular these days. So you might want to go for Samsung Galaxy K-Zoom in that case if you want.
Devangsh, your opinion on the operating systems?
Yeah, definitely. The K-Zoom wins here because Android has a lot of photo sharing apps, photo editing apps, and Windows Phone currently lacks in those photo sharing and photo editing apps. Still, that's why I think Android wins in this place, and that's why I think K-Zoom is better in the software department.
All right, K-Zoom is better in the software.
Share photos with your friends. You can edit pictures. You can do a lot of stuff in the Android platform.
All right. Okay, Sudipto, you have been watching very intently. You've been listening to the two of us talk about Samsung versus Nokia. So what is your take?
For the operating system?
Yeah,
it should be the Samsung, because as Devangsh shared, the Windows Phone actually lacks a lot of applications. There are a lot of developers for Android, but there are very less amount of developers for Windows. And there are a lot of applications for Android, again, as everything as Devangsh said. So I'll go for Android.
All right. In fact, also, Sudipto, there are the settings, you have 33 different settings to select from. If you want more, you can always go online and you can pick up more features. So that way, definitely, wouldn't you say that the Samsung scores better?
Definitely, Android as of now is much more open because of the developers out there. So you will have more options, more things which you can control. But for a normal user out there, there are times when they don't actually need all the features. But yes, if there is an option to get more, then definitely that is an add-on, and that is a better thing to select. If you have Windows Phone and you have Samsung Galaxy K-Zoom, in which you get better software, better support, better features, then definitely K-Zoom is a winner in that case.
Right. I would also think that if you're an amateur photographer, I think obviously automatically you will think of a K-Zoom because of the features that you just talked about. And also, I think even the selfies, they have an alarm, right? An alarm goes off, and after that, there are 3 pictures that are taken.
So that is a continuous shooting mode in which you can take multiple photos at once.
Right.
So you have that mode, you have panorama mode, you have you have a shot in which you can capture videos as well as sound. Pictures with sound. So you can capture that they call it sound shot. So you can do that. They do have a lot of other modes in which you take photos in a crowded environment, and you can delete some people out there in the photos. You can erase those people. So that you can do.
Wow, Sudipto, I think you should ask your mother for a Samsung K-Zoom now. I mean, I'm going more and more towards the Samsung K-Zoom. I wonder what you're thinking, but I just think it's a lot of fun. Are you into selfies, Sudipto?
Yeah, I take a lot of selfies. Like, my friends call me a selfie king.
All right. In fact, a few days back, we had a show on how, the more of selfies you're into, the more arrogant you are, the more narcissist you are. So please tell us about yourself. Are you a narcissist?
No, not at all. I just like to take selfies in terms of like as we take for photographs. It's just for memories.
All right, all right. Let us now discuss the Xperia Z2, and we cannot talk about smartphones without talking about Sony, can we?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell us about that. Tell us about that phone.
Xperia Z2 has 20 megapixel camera. That is also a pretty good device. Again, it all depends what kind of needs you have. So if you have a need in which you would like to have a smartphone with optical zoom, and zoom is something which matters to you a lot, then definitely K zoom is the only thing which you should go for. But if you are okay with the kind of photos your smartphone can take with so many megapixels, the kind of clarity you need, then you can either go for a Lumia 1020 or Sony Xperia Z2, which is also a pretty good device. In terms of camera quality, I would say this is very good and very near to what you get on 1020.
All right, so let's take a look at a promotional video of Xperia Z2, and maybe Devangsh and Sudipto can also understand that better, and then we can further comment on it. Coming up on your screens right now.
Perfect down to the smallest detail. The new Xperia Z2 from Sony. The world's best camera and camcorder in a waterproof smartphone. Record videos in 4K, 4 times the resolution of Full HD. Let your focus take center stage. Background defocus simulates a shallow depth of field. It captures 2 photos at different focus settings and allows you to blend the different depths together. You can adjust how much defocus you want. Our new time shift video mode captures high-speed clips with 120 frames per second in 720p HD video resolution. Use the intuitive time shift video editor to select and slow down one or multiple sections of your clip. Adjust the length of the slow motion. Then just press play and relive every detail of the action or complex movements. Xperia Z2. Details make the difference. Sony details.
Awesome, awesome. I don't know, Sony always just leaves me speechless. So does the price.
Yes.
What is this phone priced at?
So this one is priced approximately 45,000 rupees, and
Yeah.
costly than K zoom. More
15,000.
Yeah. So K zoom comes for 30k,
Yeah.
and then the Lumia 1020 will come for 25k, and this one will cost you a bomb, which is approximately 45,000 rupees.
My goodness, Devangsh, is price a deterrent for most people? I will be too scared to even ask my father, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sony Xperia Z2 is a great device in terms of specifications and hardware that it has.
Yes.
But I would not really recommend it for the camera, because a person who wants a camera phone, it has some cons in it. It has like some heating issues in it. So if he wants a camera phone, and what if like he's taking a picture and the phone is heating up a lot? He's not comfortable in taking a picture.
Right.
So that's why I would definitely not recommend anyone to go with Sony Xperia Z2 in terms of camera. Yes, they can go for the K zoom or the Lumia 1020. These two are really awesome devices.
But you know, the Z2 is also waterproof, na? So that
Yeah,
I think is a huge advantage, you know. You can just
huge
go to the
advantage.
Andamans and shoot the corals and all of that, no?
Underwater, yeah.
Underwater shooting, yeah. I mean, for me, that would be really exciting. Though I can still tell you, Sudipto, are you going to be too scared like me to ask your parents to buy you that phone?
I guess I will.
Yeah.
Because,
Good.
yeah.
I'm so glad. So K zoom it is. I think all of us agree that K zoom is the better phone in terms of price as well as features.
Yeah.
All right, great. So it was lovely having all three of you talk about smartphones. But Sudipto, let me very quickly ask you before we end this conversation in the studio, what next do you see? What next do you envisage as far as smartphones go?
Okay, so the first thing that I would like to see is a great aperture blade. I mean the low aperture, so that we can have some great low light shots. And more megapixel, but not that zoom feature like Samsung Galaxy K zoom, in which a lens pops out and ruins your smartphone. Like, because most of the people buy high-end smartphones, basically to show off people. As last time we talked about mere paas bhi hai, and then when we show this thing like a phone, and then suddenly we pull out a pocket point and shoot camera and then start talking it out to your ear, then that definitely feels weird. So first of all, the first thing that I'll see is a big sensor but in a small body.
All right, that's very interesting. Abhishek, any comment on that?
So definitely he has very good expectations, and I think some of the brands are already working on this. So it is all about what you can fit inside a smaller form factor. People don't want a bulky device.
Yes.
So what they have done with Samsung Galaxy K Zoom is that they have actually optimized the design to make it as slimmer as it can be. They have actually done very good work to make this device that slim that you can actually put this inside your pocket. So definitely these are some things which should happen over time, and we will see what happens.
All right. What about you, Devansh? The next big thing for you in smartphones,
Yeah, so first of all, I'm definitely not a big camera guy.
Okay.
I actually use my smartphones for gaming, performance, web browsing, and just normal tasks. So definitely I would like to see, I completely agree with Sudipto, I would like to see some major improvements in the camera, like bigger pixels, not going for higher megapixel counts, but bigger pixels, better low light performance, because current generation smartphone don't match up with the DSLRs in terms of low light performances. So definitely I would like to see that.
All right. Thank you so much, Devansh. Thank you so much for your inputs. Abhishek, before we wrap up the conversation, I had mentioned that you are an iOS fan, that you're an Apple fan.
Right.
What can we expect in terms of smartphones vis-a-vis cameras from the iPhone, the next iPhone that's coming? I think the iPhone 6 is up next.
So iPhone 6 is coming in September, I guess in first week of September. However, it will not come to India in first week of September. We will have to wait. So anyways, iPhone as of now is one of the most popular camera on the internet when it comes to uploading images. So iPhone has a very good camera as of now. iPhone 5 I'm talking about. I use an iPhone 5. So they will do some things which will be better. So they always think about a slimmer phone, and the major limitation of having a slimmer phone is that you cannot put optical lens, you cannot have that kind of aperture. All these problems are there. So that is one thing which they face, but definitely I would say they will come out with a camera which will be as good as you see on any other smartphone out there, just like a Samsung Galaxy K Zoom. So the major advantage of Samsung Galaxy K Zoom is that you can zoom, right? On 1020 you can have much better images. So if you actually think about the camera which should be there on iPhone 6, I would say it will be as good as you see on 1020 might be. I'm not pretty much sure because there is no announcement, nothing has been done. But I would still say that the iPhone camera will be as popular as it is right now.
And how much will it cost?
It will cost a bomb. So it will again cost minimum 50,000 rupees for the 16 GB version.
Again a deterrent, again a huge deterrent for many of us, but then you know an iPhone is an iPhone. An Apple product is an Apple product. That's something Mr. Jobs has done very well. All right, thank you so much. I think it was great talking to all of you. The conversation of course continues on indiapostlive.com through your posts and your tweets. If you think there is a smartphone out there with a very good camera, if you think we missed talking about it, please let us know, and definitely we'll incorporate that in our Tech Tuesday next week. But I would like to thank Sudipto and Devansh for joining us on the show. Thank you so much guys for talking to us and telling us your expectations on the smartphone and how it's only getting smarter and smarter. And of course Abhishek, as always, it's a pleasure to have you demystify smartphones for us. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.